Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to get into Jungkook and a quote-unquote belly button piercing, as well as him flashing his abs. Let's talk about this. I have a lot of thoughts. I also want to get into RM and V revealing that they want tattoos, and what one of them might already have. This is very exciting and interesting to me. So grab your dumpling, tea, spilling mug merch, and let's jump into the tea. If you're new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, let's be first, leave your hate comment. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also, and you'll be first to do so. Now let's jump into it. The first thing I want to get into was Jungkook flashing his belly button piercing and what happened with this. So before we get into that, I need to give some backstory and explain what is going on. BTS announced recently their new live stream concert, Permission to Dance on Stage. This is similar to a lot of their concerts they did during lockdown and quarantine. Anyone can just tune in and watch the boys and just enjoy the show. I hope this becomes something they incorporate into their normal tours going forward. This will give ARMYs kind of more of an ability to feel like they're at a concert, as obviously in the past, they would never be able to watch a BTS concert if they lived in places like Antarctica or just places BTS never visits. Which, by the way, if you live in a place that BTS never visit, the reason why they don't do shows there isn't to be cruel, but because the company would lose money if they performed there. BTS needs to keep their performances at a certain tier and keep the quality of their performances at a certain tier. If they run the numbers and see that only a very small number of ARMYs would exist in that area, and then an even smaller amount of those ARMYs would buy a ticket, thus the cost to do a concert is going to cost more than what they'll make from the concert. They just won't visit that country. Or another reason is just it's not as big as a market as like New York or LA. So if they only want to do 5 countries, they'll pick the biggest or the places with the best stadiums. So if other places just have really small venues, they probably won't do it. So if you want the artist to go, get more people in that area interested in whatever artist you like. But with that said, I think this is an all-round win for them to introduce live streams into their tours. Jungkook shocked a lot of us ARMYs when he came out in a crop top. Now this isn't the first time he has ever come out in a crop top. The previous one didn't really feel like a crop top as much as just an extremely ripped shirt that happened to show his abs. But this outfit he wore to this stream felt very much like a crop top. Like there was no way to get around this. The point of wearing this was to show his belly button or abs. Jungkook looks like he has an absolutely amazing shape, and his slim frame, it just looks so beautiful in the way he dances. It's so mesmerizing. He has the body of a pop star. It's just so widely appealing to a lot of people and absolute goals to look like him. People were freaking out about his crop top and really dying over this. This is because we rarely ever see him shirtless anymore. The last time was during the fake love era, and he flashed everyone. After that, every time Jungkook was seen in his reality show In the Soup, which I react to on my Patreon, all of season 1 and going into season 2, link below, Big Hit would usually cover those moments with an emoji or blur it out, so we had no idea if Jungkook even still had abs. But he does. Oh yes, he does. How could you be so cruel, Jungkook? How could you do that to us? All we do is support you and you try to murder us. I was not ready. You need to give us an update, like a quick tweet. Hey, pop it on stage with a crop top, that's all I ask. I can prepare for this at that point and go into it ready for it. But funny enough, this wasn't the only thing ARMYs were freaking out about. There was a moment where the light had hit him and he had a chain that was on his body, and it appeared like Jungkook had a belly button piercing. Now, I wasn't able to catch the live stream or really sit there and watch the entire show. So when I saw screen grabs of this, I immediately was like, wait, hold your horses. First stop, one thing at a time. Are we freaking out about the crop top, or are we freaking out about a possible belly button piercing? I can't die twice. This is too much. The idea of Jungkook having a belly button piercing isn't completely abnormal or off either, since we have had speculation of a lip or eyebrow piercing in the past, and this was way before he ever actually decided to go ahead and do it for real. But speculation had occurred and then it happened, so this idea that what we may be speculating or what we may see could actually be real, it's very crazy. But there was definitely video footage of the event, and there was a lot being posted, so we got to see Jungkook dance from different angles, and we got to see many different movements which showed the quote-unquote piercing. It appeared to just be the chain, and it was detached from his belly. Don't know if you would call this a wardrobe malfunction, as it had not much to do with the wardrobe but the angle of the wardrobe. But yeah, no piercing here, but a lot of people were hoping it was real. Well, some were hoping, and there were a lot of people who were actually upset and saying that all of Jungkook's recent piercings were ugly or that they didn't like it. Even bringing up the lip piercing, saying it looks ugly. I think it's amazing that even with the criticism, or just knowing that whatever you do, you're going to get criticisms, but still going forward and doing it just because you like it is such a beautiful thing. The boys are a lot stronger than what I imagine a lot of ARMYs give them credit for. A lot of armies think that they need to be protected because they're so sensitive, and things like even changing their hair color being leaked hurts the boys too much. I mean, it's not great. Hair in K-pop is a big deal, and it should be kept a secret until it's time to reveal it. But in a previous interview, Halsey had kind of addressed this and mentioned that she had accidentally at one point leaked one of the boys' hair colors when they were hanging out, and she felt really bad, and she then kept apologizing for it. But she mentioned that BTS was like, I don't care. And the same attitude can be found when James Corden asked J-Hope how he would feel if he messed up a dance move. And J-Hope responded, I don't care too. A lot of armies get protective and immediately go into consoling the boys when oftentimes, as you can see, these things don't bother them at all. I doubt at this point it even bothers Jungkook that he gets backlash for having a piercing or whatever. It's his body and he likes it, so he does it. He's at the point where it doesn't even matter. He can literally do whatever he wants at this point, and if he loses his career over it, it's not like he doesn't have millions of dollars to fall back on. He'll be fine. And a lot of the members seem to be adapting this type of thought process lately, and it seems to be a new reoccurring thing where the boys start to kind of speak up for themselves and talk about what they want to do and what they're feeling. I hope this is a result of the ongoing conversation online, encouraging the boys to speak up, and the people standing up for BTS that have maybe given BTS the courage to speak up. A lot of armies were very surprised that in the live stream there was allegedly a moment, again, I hadn't seen it myself, but I was seeing screenshots and captions that people were saying that Taeyang talked about the possibility of him getting a tattoo. This is a big deal because he mentioned that he didn't really like or want to get a tattoo in the past, but given that a lot of the members have tattoos and a lot of his favorite idols and American idols have tattoos, it's probably changed his perspective on it, and maybe he is considering something. Perhaps it could be Yeontan, or maybe it's a quote from one of his inspirations like Marilyn Monroe or whatever. It's all very possible. I would be very excited to see what that could be. Maybe I should submit some of my hot photos of me, his husband, that he can use as inspiration, but maybe from this angle. I am kidding, but I would be very excited to see what it would turn out to be, and I'm sure it'll be iconic. Aside from that, there were moments where we saw RM dancing, and this was definitely a moment that you had to have had zoomed in on and went frame by frame to catch. It's crazy how y'all are able to do this, but people will go frame by frame, and it looks like when RM was dancing, his shirt opened up and it revealed where his bicep was, and you were able to see something there. It was like the beginning of what looked like a photo that he may have had tattooed or something. Now, this isn't the first time something like this has happened, and there were even moments where people had photoshopped when BTS did the On performance, the dance video. People were pausing and saying that Jungkook got a back tattoo and a chest tattoo and all this stuff. And then a lot of those photos were found to be fake. I mean, we haven't really seen a back tattoo, and thus far we have definitely seen Jungkook in very sheer clothing. So if it were true, we'd probably see it. So I don't know if this alleged tattoo on RM's arm is real or not, but if it is real, it looks like it can be cool. I've always thought it was hot when guys get tattoos on their biceps. I would do it too, but I don't really have biceps. So I'd love to get one of those first, maybe at the bicep store, and then we can talk about a tattoo there. As far as I can see, if all of this is true and the boys are actually debating or thinking about something like this, they are clearly all getting very comfortable, and that is great to know. I think they were all nervous to even indulge in this idea, but maybe after seeing the reaction online over Jungkook's piercing and Jungkook's tattoos, they realized that there's more people that are supportive of this type of stuff and more people willing to jump on their side if BTS members decide to get it. They probably feel like they won't lose all their supporters if they get a tattoo or piercing, which of course they won't. Armies will stand by the boys even if BTS murders someone, honestly. They probably deserved it. I'm kidding, please don't. Let me know what you think, let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for your comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check that out. I have live videos over there that I can't really post on here. This is due to copyright or getting taken down, so to keep it over there on my Patreon. You get videos over there like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. You can also recommend things you like to see over there. Currently we have over 400 videos that are already up on there. The moment you sign up, you'll have access to, and we do have a great time interacting and having fun over there as well. So if you're interested in any of that, link is in the top description down below. There is a video over there that kind of goes over how you can support this channel even more if you would like to do that. That video is on the front page and it's free to watch. With that said, there's two videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those. I'll see you over there. Bye.